Hey y'all, it's Scotty, broke urban farmer, and surprise, I'm posting videos again, and uh, don't know where it came from. Just kind of time and inspiration just kind of struck me again, and so here we are. So with this video, I am going over what I have prepped in my seed trays, and it's a big deal because the last 2 years I didn't start seeds for my garden. I used a local Amish greenhouse to get my starts because that's where I was with time and mental ability at the time to handle my garden. But this year, we had the birth of our son, my wife and I did, and so I've had some time off. I'm back to work now, but I was able to actually dedicate time to my garden, my passion again. So here we are. I went old school with my methodology. I wrote down all of the plants that I started, or the seeds that I started, wrote down how long before my last frost date they should be started, and then I wrote down my transplant dates so that I can keep track of that. It's super simple, not super detailed, not crazy difficult, because otherwise it wouldn't have gotten done. So I'll do a quick rundown of what seeds I have in, because I'm trying to not make this a huge long video. But Baker Creek beefsteak tomatoes, and my Gardener Danish ball head cabbage, and my Gardener broccoli. I wanted to start some rhubarb, so once again, MI Gardener. You're going to notice a theme. I really like MI Gardener. MI Gardener Rainbow Swiss Chard, basil. These I got from a seed swap, so burpee pumpkins, the small sugar. MI Gardener butternut squash. MI Gardener Boston pickling cucumbers, as well as Marketmore cucumbers. I've started cayenne peppers, MI Gardener once again, jalapenos, once again these were from a seed swap that I got, sweet bell pepper, MI Gardener butter crunch lettuce, from Baker Creek Ford Hook zucchini, MI Gardener again the Royal Shanty carrots, from it's seeds have changed, but it was from a seed swap. Just an assortment of beets. Same thing, assortment of summertime there. And then MI Gardener wild bergamot or bee balm. I wanted to have some of that too to add to the front herb garden. So that is everything that I have started. I realize some of those things aren't seeds that you would typically start, but in my experience, several times that I tried to actually start seeds or direct sow, the ones that are supposedly direct sow, they failed. So I wanted to start them this time so I can at least try to guarantee some germination and having something to put into the ground. So that's the seeds that I'm doing for my geographic location. I am in northern Indiana, northeast Indiana, and our hardiness zone has recently been updated, as many people have experienced. So I am no longer in 5B, I am in 6A. My last estimated frost date is May 8th, but Indiana is always a special state, and we like to have late frosts. So I typically wait until after Mother's Day in May to actually transplant out. But based off of my seeds and their time before transplant, most of my seeds will be ready for transplant the last week of April, first week of April, so I can kind of keep an eye on that. Some of them, like I got the basil started a little late, and I got the peppers started a little late. So those are going to be a little bit later in May before they'll really be ready to go out. But I'm not super concerned about it. I think it'll still be a solid amount of plants. I still think they'll have a solid amount of time to grow in the garden and produce, because the same reason that we have that the May 8th frost date, but I usually go later in the fall. They usually say it gets colder sooner, but we have typically been seeing it getting colder later. So it's just kind of a weird adjustment that I'm trying to make, and hopefully everything pans out okay, and I have plenty of time to get plenty of harvest in this year. So those are the seeds. I'll intermittently spring in some video of how those starts are looking. They're not super impressive right now. They're really just getting going, but it just feels good to be back at it and being able to grow my garden from seed again versus having to rely on going to the greenhouse. So with that, I'll talk to y'all later, and I'll make sure to give updates of the actual garden spaces once it's workable outside to get those things out. Talk to you later.